Hey all, patch 28.6 is live right now, just dropped today. No warning, no preamble, it's just here. Let's jump into all the big Battlegrounds things we can look forward to. The first thing is the 10-year anniversary event. Now, mind you, this is kind of a standard reward thing. There's not much for us here except the coin. If you don't know, you can go over to your collection in standard and you can set coin. But when you do that, that will also change your coin in Battlegrounds. So any coins you've unlocked this way, you can take advantage of this particular reward. Quests are back right now. Quests are back in the game. Didn't play during Quest, you should go take a look at our videos. There's definitely plenty of them out there that will explain to you how to do it. If you look through the channel, you will find some. They are a very different way of playing the game from what you're used to right now if you miss quests. So definitely take a look at those. I'll include some of them in the description below. We have some new and returning quests. Let's take a look at the ones we'll be seeing. We have Fill the Cauldron, cast 9 spells. Unlikely Duo, which will be play 5, blank or blank. Could be Death Rattles, could be Beasts, could be Battle Cries. It's going to be one of those categories. We have Invite the Guests, buy 6 minions. Dust for Prince, add 20 cards to your hand. Cry for Help, play 4 Battle Cries. Assemble a lineup, summon 17 minions. Exhume the Bones, trigger 7 friendly death rattles. Find the murder weapon, increase a friendly minion stats 14 times. Reenact the murder, have 19 friendly minions die. Sort it all out, order your minions from lowest to highest, attack for 4 combats. Follow the money, spend 33 gold. Hire an investigator, end your turn with unspent gold 3 times. Crack the case. Have a friendly minion attack 12 times. Pressure the authorities. Get your warband to attack 35 or higher. Round up the secrets. Destroy 18 minions. Now, the requirements to complete those quests are not locked. The numbers I read you are the examples they're given. But depending on the rewards of the quest, they will often be more difficult to complete. So you definitely need to take a look at that and take this into account, because it's a lot easier saying follow the money to spend 33 gold than it's sometimes when it's 110 gold. So definitely pay attention to what you're actually clicking on and don't just go, ooh, I like this one better, because you might not be able to do it. These are the new and returning rewards. So these are what you will get for completing the quests. Beyond the Mirage, Tavern Spells cost 1 less. Temporal Tampering, Tavern Spells cast twice. Holy crap, that's gonna be good. Splitting Scroll, whenever you buy a Tavern Spell that costs 3 or more, get an extra copy of it. That sounds a little broken, we'll see. Cycle of Energy, Avenge 4, get a random Tavern Spell. Also very good. Humbling Disaster, whenever you summon a minion in combat, give it +1/+1. Avenge 4, upgrade this permanently. You are playing a token deck, you will get big. This is going to be very fun. Double-headed reward. The first time you buy a card each turn, get an extra copy of it. Gift of the Golden Kobold. After you refresh 5 times, make the highest tier minion in the tavern gold. Basically, just a lease. That's pretty awesome though. Secret Culprit. Get a particular tier 7 minion. Oh, that's gonna be huge. Dash of the Scribe. At the start of the game, get 3 random Tavern Spells. Stable Amalgamation. Avenge 7, when you have space, summon a 50/50 amalgam. Oh, okay, that could be very good to randomly summon a 50/50 just a wee bit. Snicker Snacks, at the end of your turn, 2 friendly minions trigger their battle cries. Stolen Gold, start of combat, make your left and rightmost minion golden. Evil Twins, start of combat, summon a copy of your highest health minion. Ritual Dagger, after a friendly minion dies, give it +4/+4 permanently. Anima Bribe, after you sell a minion, give its stats to a minion in the tavern. Devor in the Details, at the end of your turn, the left and rightmost minions consume a minion in the tavern to gain its stats. Smoking Gun, you have +4 attack. Cookbooks, after you buy a minion, give it +1/+1, upgrade this. Mirror Shield, after each refresh, give a minion in the tavern +4/+4 and Divine Shield. Secret Sinstone, after you discover a card, get an extra copy of it. Ghastly Mask, add a particular end of turn minion to your hand. And your end of turn effects trigger an extra time. Theodore's Parasol, at the end of your turn, give your rightmost minion stealth and +8 health. Red Hand, at the start of your turn, give the minion in your hand +12 plus 12. Victim Spectre. After each combat, get a copy of the last friendly minion that died. Another hidden body. Discover a minion of your tier. Can be earned endlessly. So multiple times. You can keep earning this even in the same turn of combat. That was a fun one back in the day if it was doable. Alter Ego. Even tier minions in the tavern. +7/+7 swaps to odd next turn. The friends along the way at the start of your turn get 2 random particular minion types, so Quillbore, Murlocs, etc. Menagerie Mayhem at the end of your turn, give your minions +1/+1 for each different friendly minion type. Pilfered Lamps, you only need 2 copies of a minion to make it golden. Yogtastic Tasties, at the end of your turn, spin the wheel of Yogg Saron. You know I love it. Wondrous Wisdom Ball occasionally gives helpful refreshes. Essence of Xeris, at the end of your turn, get a Shifter Xeris, which transforms into a random minion. Hidden Treasure, at the start of your turn, gain 1 gold, upgrades each turn. Ethereal Evidence, at the start of every turn, choose from 2 random rewards. I love that one back in the day. Golden Hammer, Spellcraft, make a friendly minion golden until next turn. Sinfall Medallion, after you play a minion, give 2 other minions of its tier +2/+2. Kidnap Sack, Spellcraft, choose a non-golden minion, move it to your hand. Love that one. Free minions, extra way to get battle cries, gotta love that. Enhance-o-matic, at the start of your turn, get an enhanced part that gives +5/+5 and a random bonus, Taunt, Wind Fury, Divine Shield, or Reborn. Partner in Crime, get your golden buddy. Yeah, I wonder if that one's gonna work the same way where the whole lobby gets that one now, or if it's just gonna be you, because it used to be when it's offered to everybody. I wonder if it's still going to be that way. Icicle, Avenge 1, give a minion in your hand +4 attack. Soul Pack, after you play a minion, give your other minions of the same type +1/+1. Underwhelming. Sturdy Shard, at the end of your turn, give your minions without taunt +1/+2 for each taunt minion you control. Doppelganger's Locket, after each combat, discover a non-golden minion from your last opponent's warband. It keeps enchantments. Timeline Acceleration, at the start of your turn, get 2 accelerators that transform into a random minion from a tier higher. Invigorating Conch, when you buy a minion, give it stats to a random friendly minion. Boom Squad, I still love this one. Avenge 3, deal 10 damage to the highest health enemy minion. So much fun. Divine Armor, at the end of your turn, give your leftmost minion in your hand +6/+6 and Divine Shield. Map of the Unknown, after you play a minion of a type you don't control, give a friendly minion of each type +2/+2. Blood-Soaked Tome, minions in the tavern cost 2 gold. Scepter of Guidance, the tavern always offers 2, insert type here, 1 refreshed. So 2 Murlocs, 2 Mechs, 2 Beasts, etc. Turbulent Tomes, add a particular death rattle minion to your hand. Your death rattles trigger an extra time. So painful. Gilnean Warhorn, add a particular battlecry minion in your hand. Your battlecries trigger an extra time. Horrific. Volatile Venom and Tiny Henchman have not been returned to the pool, which I'm kind of okay with. Tiny Henchman was kind of boring, and Volatile Venom was usually too hard to complete for it to be worthwhile. Super strong at first, and then usually useless later in the game. So I'm not really shocked to see those go. All the new rewards, those at the top of this very list, will appear twice as frequently for a limited time after launch, usually like 2 weeks. And oh yeah, we've got a bunch of new quests, old quests. How about some new minions too? The Eagle, the tier 3 Murloc Beast, 7/1, Battlecry, give another friendly minion and a minion in your hand +2/+3. A Battlecry for Beast. Now Murlocs, this is not a new thing, but for Beast, it feels interesting. Tier 3 7/1 is, the attack's nice, the buff isn't bad. I mean, that's getting 4/6 in stats in addition to the 7/1. That's a lot for a tier 3. I almost feel like that's too good, but we'll see. Vengeful Slitherer, tier 3 Naga Undead, 5/1 Spellcraft, give your minions +1 health until next turn. After they die next combat, gain it permanently. A 5/1 at tier 3 that's giving +1 health until next turn permanent. It's not huge, still not bad either. A permanent buff across your board. It's not exciting, but it could be fun. Saloon Dancer, 4/5 Taunt. Whenever you cast a Tavern spell, give another friendly minion +3/+3. Not exciting. Tier 4, interesting. I don't know how excited I'll be to see it versus other tier 4s. It doesn't look exciting, but maybe I'm misreading it. Augmented Laborer, tier 5 Mech Demon, 1/6 Avenge 4. Get a random Mecha Demon. I don't know how I feel about this one. Avenge 4 is a lot. Demons typically don't have a lot of way to summon additional minions, so I don't know how good this is going to be. You'd be playing it with other things, so you could get benefit of this Avenge, but we'll see. It doesn't look appealing at all. Bellboar, tier 6 Quillboar Demon, 1/4. After you cast 3 spells, consume a minion in the tavern, gain its stats. It's a demon Quillboar, so consuming the shop makes sense. 3 tavern spells to eat a random minion in the shop. Firebat feels too slow nowadays, and that's eating the 1 minion for everything in the shop. 1-to-1 ratio. I think this is going to be way too slow to be even remotely good, especially at tier 6. This feels almost like a tier 4 card to me. What do you think? Dead Stomper, the tier 6 Undead Beast. 2/6 after you summon a minion in combat, give your minions +3 attack. Now, this used to exist as a demon beast. It is now an undead beast. It was pretty impactful for swarm boards, and it was a good card to sit and back for tempo. I think it'll still be that in undead boards, especially, but it certainly could work in beast too, so this will be interesting and fun to play with. Max needed spells, so here we go. Whirling Lass-o-matic, tier 6 Mac, 9/2 Divine Shield, Wind Fury. Whenever this attacks, get a random tavern spell. That means if this attacks, you're getting at least 2 tavern spells. This will see some play. This is pretty cool. I like this a lot. We have a minion returning to the pool, and I believe slightly different, but Yarel, the tier 2 1/4. After this attacks, give a friendly minion of each type +1/+2. This is for the combat, so it's not permanent, but still useful for the combat. Rendell the Mastermind is back. 4/5 at the end of turn, steal the highest card from the tavern. Sit him in your board, steal stuff from the shop. Very good if you triple this early because it's a 4/5 body, which is already nice, and then you're getting economy in the sense that you're getting 3 cards out of the shop. I can deal with Rendell. Utility Drone has had a change. No longer tier 5. At the end of your turn, give your minion +1/+1 for each magnetization they have. I think this is fine. It was too hard at tier 5. It wasn't giving that big a buff. I think this is a good place for it. Ooh, Scrap Scraper with the change. I like Scrap Scraper's new form. Now, tier 5, 6/5, Death Rattle, get a random magnetic mech. Used to be an end of turn every 2 turns. Now you're getting 1 a turn, and if you can double Death Rattles, you get 2 a turn. I like this change to Scrap Scraper. This makes it seem much more viable. I'm excited to get some games with this. Blazing Skyfin gonna change this. Tier 2 Dragon Murloc is a 1/3. After you trigger a battle cry, gain 1/1. Before it used to be after you play a battle cry. So now you don't have to play, you just have to trigger it. I do feel like this is a good buff to this card, which isn't super powerful to begin with. I think this will be a nice change for it. Peckish Feldrake is essentially the same, the normal version. It's just a change to the gold version. So it's still tier 4. It's still a 0/1 that consumes the shop. Well, 3 minions in the shop. But now when it consumes 3 minions in the tavern and it's a gold version, it will just double their stats. It no longer will try to eat 6 minions in the shop, which is often not room for. So this is a really good change. And this is going to be disgusting when you have a brand in play with this thing as gold. I mean, already, if you're getting a golden Feldrake anyways, you're already super strong, but even better. And now some new spells. Fluidity, tier 3, 1 gold, swap a friendly non-golden minion with a random one in the tavern. I like that. That's going to be great for your battle cry cards. Definitely have some interesting play with this. Toxic Tumbleweed, tier 4, 2 gold, start of combat, summon a 1/1 tumbling assassin with venomous. It attacks immediately. You know your opponent has a big taunt. Maybe they just have 1. Run this thing into it, just kills it. Channel the Devourer, tier 6, 4 gold, remove a minion, give its stats to a random friendly minion. Do you have something massive, something you just can't get rid of? Now you can spit it. Now it's going to be a random minion it lands on, but if you only have 1 minion you don't want, that's pretty awesome. Scavenging for Parts, tier 4, 4 gold. At the end of your turn, get a random magnetic minion. Last 3 turns. I mean, that's kind of awesome. You play this once, and then wait, am I reading that right? For 3 turns, you get a magnetic? That's 3 minions for 4 gold? That's pretty awesome. And if this is an end of turn effect like it reads, if you couple this with a Primal Staff or a Drakari, you're getting 2 magnetics a turn? Okay, that's disgusting. Cloning the Conch, tier 5, 5 gold, get a copy of a Murloc in your hand. Of course, only offered in Murloc games, but good way to force triples. You have a lot of cards in your hand. You're going to be generating some random ones, but pretty cool. I just wish you could choose which one, but still, if you generate this free. I'm much more excited about this. The more I think about it, the less I like this, because I usually have a bunch of cards in my hand. I never get to play the Bream counter if it's gold, so do I care as much? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I want to get it in play. If it's free, I love it. If I have to pay for it right now, it doesn't. Guzzle the Goop, tier 4, 4 gold. At the end of your turn, give your dragons +4 attack. Lasts 3 turns. Another end of turn effect, 3-turn long one. So for 4 gold, you're going to get 12 attack. That's pretty cool. Double it with end of turn effects. Yeah, Guzzle the Goop has some real potential. Boon of Beetles, tier 4, 2 gold. Start of combat, give your minions Death Rattle summon a 2/2 beetle. Only offered in Beast Game, but folks, this is all of your minions get summon a beetle. Now, this could be problematic. If you have Reborn, this is going to go off before the Reborn, so there's certainly times where you don't want to use this. There's times where it'll be really cool, but definitely, if you get a Reborn board, this could be problematic. Butchering, tier 4, 2 gold. Destroy a friendly undead. Your undead have extra attack equal to its tier this game. Only offered in undead boards. This is awesome. You haven't scaled up your attack enough for undead. Now you can buff that aura permanently, just by targeting something you want to get rid of anyways. It's already benefiting from that aura. This is phenomenal superpower. Suspicious Stimulant, tier 3, 2 gold. Freeze a minion in the tavern. If it's frozen at the end of the turn, double its stats. Only offered to elemental games. I like this one. There's some neat potential with this. You certainly can make some big minions if you've got a triple frozen. You know, elemental of surprise. You're going to double those stats. Maybe it's an elemental of surprise. This is going to be really cool. Spike Scale Special, tier 3, 2 gold. Get 3 random spellcraft spells. Only offered in Naga games. Well, first of all, it's 3 random spellcraft, so it's not fantastic, but it's only 2 gold. Especially if you get this late in the game, as say a Lord of the Games player, you're going to get that much more growth out of your Naga because of this, because it'll count the spell itself, then it will count the 3 other ones, assuming it doesn't give you 3 of the same because it says random. Still pretty neat. Corrupted Cupcake, tier 5, 3 gold. Choose a friendly demon. It consumes all minions in the tavern to gain their stats. Basically a supercharged Firebat. You hit one, they all eat it. It's pretty cool. That one, you'll have one big minion when you want to grow that one like that. Underseeker, tier 4, 6 gold. Steal a random card from the tavern. Repeat it for each friendly pirate. Only offered in pirate games. It's 6 gold, but it's tier 4. This is kind of nuts. 6 gold, but you're going to get, if you have a board of 7 pirates, basically always the entire shop for 6 gold. Phenomenal. This is nasty. I want to play with this. Gem Confiscation, tier 4, 1 gold. Play 2 blood gems on a friendly minion. It steals all blood gems from its neighbors. Only offered in Quillbore. So basically the Necrolite spell, that's nasty. That's really nasty. Yeah, it's Necrolite. That's cool. I like that. And now we have to think about all the things that just got broken because of all the things we were thinking about that we're going to change. These are the minions that have been removed from the pool. Fairy Tale Caller. I don't care. I like it, but it's not exciting. Transmuted Bramble Witch going away. Oh, that feels so bad. Observer of Myths. No one cares. Scourfin. I'm sad. I liked Scourfin a lot. Withered Spearhide I liked. I'm sad to see them go. Relentless Mergulgon is big. Mechajiraxis, not really care. That's fine. Imposing Percussionist. I did like this when I was playing demons. It wasn't happening enough, so don't care. Octosauri Rap God gone feels kind of... It's not horrific. It was a cool card, but it's not the end of the world. Niazawa, kind of the same deal. I liked it. It had some cool effects, but it's not amazing. The Jewel Duelist... 3/4, got extra health when you rolled. I don't care. Trembling Trolley, when it was Avenge 3 was amazing. They made it Avenge 4 and it just never felt like it could get the job done at Avenge 4, so I'm fine with that. Adaptable Barricade had some neat uses, but same problem. Necrolite, well, there's a spell that does what Necrolite does, so why have the minion there? Let's get rid of it. That makes sense. Now we have the cards that are coming back. Thorncaller, Crackling Cyclone. Ooh, happy to see this one come back. Yrel, Rendell the Mastermind, Tortolan Blue Shell. It's odd to see that back. Manted Queen is back. Oh, I was kind of happy in the world without Manted Queen. We'll see. Maybe it won't be as annoying as I remember it being. It's not Amalgadon bad. 2 spells have been removed. Jaws of Fate, which is sad. That is spinning the wheel of Yogg-Saron. And Buddy Up, which gives you access to a buddy I liked both those spells. I am kind of sad to see those both gone. I played those pretty consistently, at least in the case of Jaws of Fate. I shouldn't have, but I still did. So what do you think? Are you excited about the return of quests? Personally, I never was a huge fan of quests. I felt they were one of the least interesting metas because of the balance. They never quite got it right, it felt like. Certain people would get quests done in a turn, and they would be light years ahead of you while you struggled to complete yours. Even though yours looked relatively easy to complete, you never found the card. Well, they just refreshed the shop and it had everything they needed once and they were done. Like the ultimate high roll, you finish your quest in one turn and everyone else looks at you like, oh shit, well, they just won. It's very much a snowballing monster, I feel, and I'm concerned. I'm sure I'm going to have fun with it. I just didn't like them the most. I far prefer anomalies, certain one, over this meta, but let's see how it works out. We're going to have this for 2 months before they come up with a new mechanic, probably, so I'm excited about that. What do you think about the new spells and the creatures? I think the creatures and some of the spells look nuts. Some of the new rewards are crazy. I am excited to jump in and play some games. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. Let me know what you think and what you're going to... how are you going to deal with this? Some of the minions gone hurt. Some of the new minions coming back are exciting and others are meh. That's always going to be how it is. Let me know in the comments below. I'll catch you all next time. Until then, have a good one. Later.